Number of speakers who are going to join us, and it starts with our Board of Education President, Ms. Brenda Wolf.
Well, good afternoon, and thank you all for coming here to talk about this very important issue of athletic safety. What we witnessed in the social media is not who we are in Montgomery County. We just aren't the people that you saw on the news. As a longtime advocate for education, and because of my time on the Board of Education, I meet many, many families, school district staff, and students, and it must be said that the behavior of a few bad apples must not be what people understand about MCPS. Our students are doing great things. Our students are learning at ever-increasing levels in the areas of mathematics and literacy. They're designing science experiments and testing what we know about our world. Just last week, it was announced that we have 147 Merit Scholarship semifinalists. That's something that we're very proud of. Our students are excelling, and I want our community to know that this is because of the good work that is happening in our system. Our athletes are also heavily invested in the preparation for their sports. The playing field is an extension of the classroom. Our students learn skills, they learn strategies, they learn how to analyze and apply flexible approaches to playing sports. And our community comes to a game to celebrate these accomplishments right alongside our students. They expect to cheer and applaud and enjoy the game. They do not expect fights to break out or to have to go through the police to get out of the parking lot. Post-pandemic, it's true, we've seen a lot of increased problems with youth behavior in school, out of school, and in the case of last week at the football games, on the playing field too. I'm very glad that so many of our partners could join us here today in solidarity as we work to find solutions. I look forward to the discussions we have and will have in the near future to be truly innovative in ways to engage with our youth so that we never again have to find solutions to violence. Any investment we can make together as a community in our young people is time, effort, and money extremely well spent. Thank you, and at this time, I'm going to ask Dr. McKnight to come forward.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for being here and participating in this press conference today. We are here today to talk about some really important plans that we have here in Montgomery County Public Schools to protect the interest of our athletics program, which is a part of our community. I stand here today just sharing with you the importance of that because just a year ago, some months ago, 2 years ago, we talked so much about how athletics became such an important part of our community when students were struggling in so many different ways during the pandemic and were looking for ways to show strength, to interact, to build team, build community, all those things that we know come from athletics. And so today, as we come and we talk about what we need to do to strengthen our programs, our students, and our community, we're going to do it from a perspective of how do we do that all together here as a Montgomery County Public Schools community. So as I reiterate our theme, all together now. I've been saying that all year. I started that out with a theme this year, and I'm going to continue to reiterate that theme over and over again, all together now, because I'm going to emphasize repeatedly that when we have to address, when we celebrate our successes and address issues, we can't do it in isolation as a school system, and we have to work with community partners to do so. So today, we have a lot of community partners in the room, and I'm so grateful that they are here because that means them coming here, being a part of the conversation, also says we want to be a part of a solution if there are solutions that we have to come up with. So I first want to thank our community partners. We have many school staff here, police leaders, and others who joined us today to stand in their support for us to have a safe, orderly, and nurturing school environment around our athletics environments, our departments, so that our students can learn, play, cheer one another on in a very positive manner in Montgomery County Public Schools. I also want to reiterate a theme in our athletics program that really is a core set of values that MCPS lives by when it relates to athletics. And many of you know those core values to be known as RAISE, okay? So you've seen RAISE maybe on t-shirts, but I want to talk to you about what RAISE stands for, because I think it's not a more important time to emphasize what it stands for than showing the meaning in that in our conversation today. RAISE stands for respect and sportsmanship. The A, academic excellence. I, integrity and character. The S for spirited and safe competition. And E, equity and access. So these are the expectations that we've shared with our students, with our staff, and our athletes every single day in the school system. And we recognize that when we see unruly, displeasurable behavior happening in our games, it's contrary to those values. And when that happens, we have to address it, we have to act swiftly, and we have to act together in terms of what we do. And I also want to say, after this past week, we've had a lot of time to reflect, and I just want to start out by saying, any sort of fighting, verbal altercation, any similar behavior that compromises our athletes, our athletic events, really are a violation of those values. Be very purposeful to address this from perspective. And before I go about community, but I all of this room. The Wolf and Mondrowski. MCPTA or remain standing. Vice President Nikki Woodward. School. High School. Principal of Northwest High School, Scott Smith. Drew Bandu, Director of the East County Regional Service Center. Luis Cardona, Administrator of Positive Youth Development for the Department of Health and Human Services. Philanthropist and community advocate Kevin Beverly. Community advocates and many MCPS leaders are here today. If you're an MCPS staff member or an additional community member, please stand. From Montgomery County government, stand. Staff? All right. Point made. That's everybody in this room. Okay? You may. One of our other very important community partners, I'm going to have her stand. Shannon Freeman, please stand. So I asked everybody to stand because, as you can see, you have press conferences and these things that we need to discuss. But today, purposely, since Friday and throughout how we arrange our work, we continue